such a mild winter here in Southern California that my apple tree actually produced a second harvest for me. They are little bitty apples. I debated whether I should pull them off or leave them on, but I decided to just see what happened to them. They didn't grow very big, but they are tasty. So I debated what to do with them. Should I make applesauce, apple butter? Well, John came over this past weekend and I thought it would be fun if together we made some hand apple pies, just little apple turnovers. That's always a fun thing to make, especially with little hands. So I'll be sharing that adventure with you a little later. It really got me thinking about the difference between being a grandma and being a mother. When you are a mother with kids in the house, your time is crazy between taking care of your family, taking care of your home, making sure the homework and the baths and all of their extracurricular activities are done. You really don't have time to do things like bake with them because, as we all know, when you have a little one helping out, it does slow down the process. But as grandmas, we have the perk of just having them for a little bit of time, unless they live with us, of course, and then that takes on a whole different responsibility. Generally, as a grandmother, we have hindsight to things. We have less demands, we have less energy, so we can focus that time on just being with those little ones. We have time to slow down and to use each encounter as a time to teach and to share. Whether that's how you do things with your hands or how you process things in your heart. Apples are all chopped. John and I are going to go ahead and get started making these apple hand pies. He's busy washing his hands. Here he is. Okay, what are we making today, John?
Apple hand pies.
Apple hand pies. All right, so first thing we're going to do, I have already chopped up all those little mini apples. Where were they from?
The tree in the garden.
The tree in the garden. Okay, in here, do you know what we have?
We have sugar, cinnamon, and salt.
Okay, very good. There's actually a 1/4 cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Go ahead and dump that into our apple mixture. Is it all in there? Mm-hmm. All right. Take the spoon.
Cinnamon.
I don't know that you want to eat that. Probably pretty strong. Okay, go ahead and mix that up. Mix it good. Get in there. Get in there. Let them see what you're doing here.
I'm mixing it.
Okay.
It smells good.
It does smell good, doesn't it? All right. So we've mixed it all up. Was that hard to do?
No.
Very easy, huh? So we're going to let this just sit and soak up all this yumminess, and we're going to get our pie crust ready, okay? All right, I'm gonna set this right here. I could have made pie crust, but around Thanksgiving, I purchased these thinking we were gonna have more people around than we did, and I never made them. They're still good, so we're gonna go ahead and do the easy way and use just the ready-made pie crust. Okay. Let's take it out. First, whenever we're gonna work with pie crust, what do we need to do?
Pour the flour out.
Just a little, and go ahead and spread it around on the board. Just spread it around, because we're going to put this down there and we don't want it to stick.
No.
Flour keeps it from sticking, doesn't it?
Yes, because then your pies will be ruined if you try making this.
Yep. They'll be all sticky, right? They won't be pretty.
Nope.
All right. Oops. There it goes. Getting it unstuck is the tricky part. Okay, so I'm going to spread this.
Just do this so it doesn't get stuck on my hands.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Whoops. Gonna just roll this out, and we need to make individual. Get some of this flour off here. We'll use that later. Okay. All right. What we're gonna do is we need to make individual hand pies. So this is the largest actual biscuit cutter that I have, and I think that's going to be a little too small. So I looked in the cupboard and I did find a glass bowl. So we're going to go ahead and use this. We're going to go ahead and just flour the rim of it just a little bit. So yeah, just so it doesn't stick to it. Okay, I'm going to show you with one and then you can do the rest, okay? As close to the edge, we're just going to press it down. Don't pick it up. Now, once it's all the way through, pick it up. Did that go through all the way? Almost.
No.
It works.
It's good.
I guess I could have pressed down a little bit harder.
Probably because of this, because it's a circle, not like a mustard.
Yeah,
edge.
it's not real sharp. Okay, so this is what we came up with. We're just going to keep going until we get this whole thing circled out. So start to the end. We don't want to waste any. Push down as hard as you can, Kind of twist. Very good.
Like you're twisting your brain.
Yeah, like you're twisting your brain. Okay, pull that up and carefully lift it up because we don't want to mess up our circle. Right?
Yes. You do that.
Good job. Okay, let's set this to the side. And I think we can get 2 more out of here. What do you say? I thought about all of this as I spent time with John this weekend. What did he see in me that would serve him well in the future? What did we learn as we made our hand pies other than how to crimp with a fork? What life lesson comes from each encounter that I have with the children in my life? What practical skill can I teach them that perhaps their mothers don't have time to do, or perhaps they don't even know how to do? What character building trait can I model for them? What assurance or sense of security do I provide? And mostly, what do I want them to remember and take away from our time together? As grandmothers, this privilege is just a part of our rite of passage. Our lives well lived equip us for the challenge. We need only be aware, be mindful, and be thankful for the opportunity to do our part. And of course, a little flour flying in the kitchen never hurts anything. Sometimes I think we forget that little ones feel what's going on in the world, even more than they know what's going on. Does that make sense? They can sense when adults are anxious or angry or nervous or scared. I guess what I realized is how important it is that Grandma's house is a place where you totally feel secure, where everything is at peace, the pressure is not there, things are much more relaxed. I noticed John on the couch one day this weekend, and it rained, so he didn't even get out of his PJs all day long. And he was laying on the couch without a care in the world. And I looked at him and I said, "John, are you living your best life?" And he looked at me and he said, "Yes, I am." And I thought, then I'm doing something right. We figured out our groove somewhere along the line. I filled, he crimped. They weren't perfect, but they were delicious. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me and John. I adore him, and I adore having him in the kitchen. That's all I have for today. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you do that. I will be back next week with another video, and I'll see you then.